What's up, guys? Been a little while. I've just been living life, been having a good time. But today, we're gonna keep it simple. Obviously, Surging Sparks is blowing up right now. It's surging, as you might say. I've already picked up my case. As you guys know, I'm kind of a proponent of just get a case of every set, and then kind of add on to your position from there, or basically kind of just get a bit of everything, right? You don't have to get a case. You can get less than a case. You can get 3 cases, whatever works for you, right? But get, as we would say in the poker world, get 1 unit, and then you can add more units after that. So, if you haven't picked it up already, just get it. Like, I know it's already at like $120 a box, but at this point, if you don't have any, just at least get some. I was lucky enough to get it at $105 a box, which is a little bit higher than what I normally pay, but it is what it is. Will I pick up more? That's kind of what this video is about, right? So this is, let's put yourself in, and we'll kind of put ourselves in this scenario, right? Like I've said, we pick up at least a case of everything, right? So let's pretend, we're sitting here and we've got our cases of everything, and we could deploy some more money into Surging Spark, or is there some other stuff that we maybe want to take a gander at? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So today we're going to talk about, we'll do the top 3. Top 3 sets right now that I would pick up instead of Surging Spark. Now again, the caveat being, you already have some Surging Spark, you already have basically a bit of every set, right? Because, well, in my opinion, you should have a bit of everything, right? So caveats going into this, you already have some Surging Spark and you already have a little bit of everything, right? So what are the top 3 things that I would pick? We'll start from the bottom and then go to the top. So number 3, oddly enough, it's gonna sound crazy, and it's kind of a tie. It's a kind of tie between Temporal Forces, which is like kind of the no doubt one, but Obsidian Flames, which might have a little people kind of confused, and I'll tell you why Obsidian Flames. 1, it's an older set. 2, I think it's the least likely to get reprinted of pretty much almost all the sets. And 3, I don't want to say arbitrage, but basically, you can still find it below 110, 105-ish on certain websites, while it's going for about 120-ish on TCG Player right now. So, if you can pick up Obsidian Flames right now for 105, even 110, with the taxes, shipping, everything, I think Obsidian Flames is a good pickup, purely because I don't think it's going to get reprinted a lot. It's already a slightly older set, and we've kind of already eaten through, so I think we're about to see some movement on that. Number 2. Now these ones, again, with number 2 and number 1, they're kind of tied, so I'm not really too picky on you could do either one. But we'll say number 2, we'll say base set. We'll say base set for number 2. And now why am I going to say base set for number 2? 1, you can still get it for under $100 or right about at $100. 2, it's base set. Yes, it's a weaker set, but that doesn't matter, in my opinion. Base sets always tend to age well, even when they are weaker sets, right? And it did get a reprint. So the only reason I'm saying pick this up is because it's the cheapest and it's a base set. So in theory, in long term, it should perform well, and it's the cheapest right now. So what am I going to say is number 1. Number 1, in my personal opinion, the number 1 Pokemon product to buy right now, Paradox Rift. Why is that? The price point. You can get it at about 100 to 105 a box. Taxes, shipping, everything. Paradox Rift was the start, in my opinion, to 2 things. It was the start to the print run reduction and booster boxes. In my personal opinion, Pokemon Company is printing less booster boxes, and they are printing more supplementary products and kind of like the blister packs and all that junk. But the booster boxes themselves are being printed less. Plus, I think that is when they kind of started adjusting the pull rates, and I think the pull rates are they start to get a lot tougher with Paradox Rift. So with the price point, the supposed print run, and the supposed pull rates, I think make Paradox Rift an extremely valuable set. I think what happened was essentially Paradox Rift was the start of the bangers, and we just kept getting banger after banger after banger. And basically didn't give people really enough time to kind of fully appreciate Paradox Rift because the sentiment was so negative at the time. Personally, I think Paradox Rift is the best pickup. Looking around personally, I'm going to hold off to get any more Stellar Crown. I don't think it's a terrible set, but I think right now it's better to put money in base set and Paradox Rift. And then if Stellar Crown continues to underperform, not even say underperform, but it's being outshined by so many amazing sets. And then especially when Team Rocket and all this other stuff comes out early next year, I think there's going to be great opportunity to pick up a lot of some of these slightly older sets. That's really all I really wanted to talk about today, guys. What it comes down to again is, yes, Surging Spark's going to be an amazing set. Yes, you should get some of it. But if you already have some right now, I think there's other places that you could put your money into if you've already got a bit of Surging Spark. Something to maybe think about. And I don't think Pokemon's been really good lately, so I don't think they'll do this. But we have to think about Vivid Voltage. Now think, Vivid Voltage was, now I wasn't super into the hobby at this time, right? But Vivid Voltage was the Surging Spark, right? The chonky Pikachu, right? There was the Logan Paul, everything. Like, Vivid Voltage was just printed into the ground, right? And it's still one of the least valuable Sword and Shield sets. So, just playing a little bit of devil's advocate, I don't think that's going to happen to Surging Spark, but that's why I personally would not just dump everything into Surging Spark. I'm all about buying early. Like you guys know me, I was a big proponent of Twilight Masquerade, and I got in big on Twilight Masquerade early on. I like the hated on sets that really don't have a reason to be hated on. It's funny still seeing people freak out about and get upset about how expensive the Greninja is. I think it's hilarious. But basically the message of this video is, don't fall into the hype, the FOMO. Definitely picks, like, if you definitely want to have some, right? Like, you always want to hedge towards having some. But I personally, like right now, like once I picked up my Surging Spark, I can tell you this morning I bought base set booster boxes. So that just gives you an idea of what I'm buying right now. This morning I literally bought base set booster boxes. So I had a coupon, so I was able to get one of them for, it's like $85. But anyway, the point is yes, Surging Spark's going to be a great set. Yes, the Team Rocket set's going to be a great set. But it's times like these when you need to kind of look at older sets and realize that, are these sets maybe being a little underappreciated? And that's the time to strike. But anyway, it's an amazing time in Pokemon, guys, right now. I'm super excited for next year. Things are just blowing up right now. Don't get caught in like you want to remember, when something's blowing up, go look at other stuff and see, should that stuff be blowing up too? And that's what you want to get into. So again, base set, Paradox, and Obsidian Flames. That's what you should be looking at right now. But anyway, have a good one, guys.